Alright everyone, so this video is going to be on breaking the player mentality, or I guess preventing, I should say, the player mentality that D&D 5e is just a video game. But before that, real quick, I was doing a watch through of the last video I shot, and I realized that my background looks awful on my camera. I don't know if it's the low resolution there, but this is not a green screen, this is real, and I just have a really bad camera. So, onto what's important. A lot of players come to D&D, I think, with the expectation and the idea that it's kind of like just a video game where you spawn in and you slay enemies and you get the loot and you pick a character and it's cool and stuff, but it doesn't really matter the background, or like the background doesn't play in at all, because it really can't play in that much in a video game unless it's specifically designed to be like that. But a lot of video games, the players just spawn in, they kill the monsters, they get the loot, they level up, and when a person comes to play D&D with that mindset, they're not going to have the best experience. Yes, if they want to go play a war game or maybe an older style of game, they'll still have fun there. But I think with Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, it focuses a lot more on the roleplay aspect of the game and telling the good story. So the PCs out there, Dungeons & Dragons is not just a video game. When you make your character, you should really think about the background and how it's going to play into the game and the things that could tie in the future. You're going to kind of work through your character ethos. Would this person steal? Would they not? Are they kind of a rule follower, rule breaker? You got to kind of figure out all those questions and ask yourself, because it's going to come up, right? And if you're playing Uthor Lightbringer, the lawful good paladin, and you try and steal and pickpocket, I mean, you're just playing Skyrim and you've reskinned your character to be Uthor. You know what I'm saying? That's a video game mentality, and it's not conducive to having a really good play experience, because video games are fun. I love video games. I play them frequently, but Dungeons and Dragons is a lot different because you can tell an interactive story, and it can be a really fun story to tell. But it doesn't work if you don't have a real character with an ethos and a personality and kind of reasoning behind their behavior. Right? Like me personally, in real life, I am much more of a rule follower than other people. I was hanging out with this guy. I'm not going to put out his name because I haven't asked him about it, but I was hanging out with this guy, and he was talking about, like, he just casually breaks rules, like he had contraband and stuff at basic, and that's just totally against my nature, but it's within his nature. So, people can vary a lot, and so can their characters, and it can be fun to play all different kinds of characters, and you can kind of get a taste of different life experiences a little bit through the game, but, it's really fun when you have a real character in the game. And then another thing is, when you get your character, you should kind of method act. So I don't know if you guys know what that is, but that's just where actors will get into character and then they just won't break character. They'll stay in character the whole time. A lot of really successful ones do that. And the whole idea is that you can get a real feel for all the characters' actions and decisions and their ethos, their emotion, and the reasoning behind their decisions, and that just really enriches your play quite a bit. So come to the table with a functional background for your DM, a fully fleshed out character, and an understanding of your character's behavior and nature, and that's going to really elevate your game. And expect to roleplay, because that's probably, I would say, the most fun is the roleplay aspect of Dungeons & Dragons, for me anyways, and for my players in my games. They have a lot of fun with the roleplay and the decision making and all this good stuff, and that wouldn't happen if they were playing their characters, I don't want to say wrong, but it's wrong, If you're playing Uthor Lightbringer and you're playing him like a rogue, like if you're playing him like the rogue here from Hearthstone, if you're playing the paladin like the rogue, it doesn't work out. And, your paladin could be a thief, it could be totally within his nature to steal, and that's fine. You just got to figure out who your character is and stay true to how they would act. Now, another character issue, I would say, is that some characters tend to play the same class, play the same race, or even if they switch it up between classes and races, they play the same character. So guys, really try and branch out and try different things, because it's a lot of fun. It's going to make the other people you're playing with more happy, and it's going to make your DM more happy. So here's a pro tip: never pick the same race and class in tandem. Never do them the same way twice, right? Never do a human warlock followed by a human warlock. You do human fighter, human barbarian, human warlock. That's fine, because the races double up, yes, but the classes are different, and every character, even if they're the same class and race, are different. But it helps stir the creative process if you just mix these things up. And if you're having trouble creating a character, just pick a random race, class, and background, and try and fit it into your DM's campaign setting. And this is where you should get some information, like, hey, what towns are there, what's going on, all that kind of stuff, so that you can make it more relevant to his campaign. It'll be easier for the DM to put it in. But if you're having trouble making a character, just pick a random class, race, background, and ask about setting info, and then just try and work with it from there. And players, the more you do this, the more you come with a good mindset to play D&D, and you come with unique characters, and you really understand your characters, the more your DM is going to appreciate you at his games and want to invite you back and enrich the game for you, because it's more fun when you have your backstory tie-ins and you have all these good moments with your character growth, and that's not going to happen if you don't have a good mindset and a good character. I know I harp on this a lot, but really, PCs, this is all you have to bring to the table is your character and your understanding of the game. But from a roleplay side, all you have to have is your character. Now, if you have extra, that's good, but all you have to have is the character. So if you only bring that, you really want to make that exemplary. You really want to set the bar high from that, right? So here's what you guys do. I want you to comment down below and in my Discord, which is linked below, about your favorite characters and your favorite builds and all that good stuff. I had a rogue who worked with a Goliath Paladin, and she was a halfling. And so they would do their sneak attack where she hid in the Goliath's clothes and then attacked and then hid again because she had I think halfling nimbleness is the trait, where they can hide when they're just obscured by a creature one size larger than them. So it was a lot of fun. So I want you to comment about your favorite builds, and I want you to share and subscribe so that everyone can see this video. Goodbye, good luck, and have fun in your games.